So when we look at the G410 drivers, they still have the turbulators on top, which helps increase the airflow, thus creating faster club head speeds. The inner crown of the club spreads and saves weight, allowing ping to create an extremely high MOI club, which means moment of inertia. That means that the club can square itself at impact more easily, resulting in straighter shots. Ping is still ping and has one of the lowest centers of gravity on the market. So when you're purchasing ping drivers in woods, I always go down one club head for my fittings that play a different company. Meaning if they have a 10.5 driver and a different manufacturer, I'll put them in a 9.0 degree loft ping to start. Because they have such a low center of gravity, they do tend to launch higher than other manufacturers. Just something to be cognizant of if you're going to buy one off the shelf. The adjustable hosel allows for a 1.5 degree adjustment each way, either lower or higher. So that 9-degree head can go down to a 7.5 or up to a 10.5. They all have a forged face, which is a great complement to the higher launching attributes of the club because it helps lower the spin, which makes for a good combo. The straight flight technology head has that heel-based weighting, which is designed to help those players that fade or sometimes slice the ball. So the drivers we'll be looking at are the GLE2, the Plus, the SFT or straight flight technology, and the LST or low spin technology. How do you know if you have a lot of backspin or too little? Well, if you hit your driver and it goes out, then kind of rides up in the air and drops straight down, that's too much backspin. If you hit a great shot, feels like you hit it right in the middle and crushed it, but the ball goes out, kind of wobbles a little bit and just drops out of the air, kind of feels like a knuckleball, and that means it had too little backspin. Generally speaking, if you want to lower your backspin, go with a lower lofted club head, or you could set the club in that minus position, and if you need more backspin, then put the shaft in the plus position. So that's the easiest way to affect backspin. Our first category, for the player that feels every shot goes the same distance no matter what, we have one of the best drivers out there. This is the first one I'll reach for when someone describes their golf game to me this way. It's easy to hit, launches high, 2 good shaft options as well. For those that need even more height or want a lighter shaft that's a bit easier to swing, the ULT comes in an ultralight, or if you want that club head to don't like when the club head feels heavy, it also comes in a light. Same head is going to carry over into the next category as well. Great for beginners, great for those that are improving, or even with those with a low handicap. So again, one of the first drivers I'll gravitate towards in my fittings when in this category. Next up, we got the Light Flex, Senior Flex, or Ping calls it the Soft Regular. I generally start with the SFT in this category, but if you're a lower handicap or generally hit a soft draw, then go with that Plus. Comes in the Alta Distanza or the CB Red. So the Alta will launch higher. It's a lighter shaft, so it makes the head feel heavier. And then the CB is 16 grams heavier. Generally speaking, if you feel like you fit into the SFT head, go with that Alta. And if you hit that soft draw, then go with the CB Red. Next, I wanted to share one of the charts that Ping tests us on for certification. The following categories each use these 4 shafts. So you'll see that I list the CB first as it's the lightest and launches the highest, followed by the Tensei as it's the mid-launch, and then the Even Flow is a low launcher, as well as that Tour 75. I'd suggest pause the screen, kind of briefly go over it. Now, looking at those using a regular flex, we have the Plus, and for those of you that have a bit of slicey fade problem, stick with that SFT. The Alta will launch the highest, so good for low ball hitters in this category. If you've always hit the ball low, you want to hit the ball a lot higher. Get a Ping club and this shaft. If you get the Tensei, I'd still get the lower lofted head in this category, meaning if you always played a 10.5 in another company, get the 9.0 in the Ping. For those with a smoother, fluid, low tempo swing that need to lower their backspin and create distance, go with that Even Flow. And for those that swing like Tiger from the top and have a faster tempo, kind of that chop from the top, then you'll like the feeling of the Tour. In the stiff category, I'll still reach for the plus first. For those that have a lower handicap, or if you know that you have more than 3,000 backspin on your driver shots, then I'd go with the LST. Same applies for the shafts. Want to hit it higher, use a CB. Mid is the Tensei, and then low launching, lower spinning shafts. For that smoother swinger, use the even flow, and then the harder swinger, use that tour. Extra stiff, I switch it up and use the LST first. If you spray it everywhere, then try the plus. Easiest way to gain distance at these club head speeds is to lower backspin, so it'll generally be the even flow or the tour in this category. Ping launch is high, so if you hit it, and if you hit that extremely low bullet, then you could try the Tensei or the CB, or you could just set the loft up and achieve the same results. So either way is fine, but the feedback I get is that those in this category kind of prefer how the heavier, lower launching shafts feel. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and if you're already playing these clubs, let everyone know what you think. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're interested in purchasing the clubs, again, try to do a fitting first, but if you can't get out or if you've already done one, there's always the link below. You can fill that out. I'll give you a call. We can order the clubs right up for you. Hope everyone's having fun. Stay safe and play well.